Take a deep breath. Feel the air move effortlessly into your chest. Now, imagine that air is replaced by a neon-colored cloud. It smells like strawberry. It tastes like candy. It's marketed as a clean alternative, a tech-savvy upgrade to the old dirty habit of smoking. But your biology doesn't care about marketing. Inside your chest, a silent, microscopic transformation is taking place. It isn't a fire like a cigarette, it's a chemical saturation. You aren't inhaling water vapor. In fact, there is no water in that pod. You are inhaling an aerosolized cocktail of solvents, heavy metals, and synthetic flavorings that are rewriting the health of your respiratory system one puff at a time. The question isn't just, is it safer than smoking? The question is, what is it actually doing to your cells right now? To understand what happens inside, we first have to fix a common myth. Vaping does not produce steam. Steam is water. The liquid in a vape, e-liquid, is composed of propylene glycol, Pg, and vegetable glycerin, Vg. When these are heated by a metal coil, they don't evaporate. They aerosolize. They turn into a suspension of ultrafine liquid particles. Think of it like a can of hairspray or a fog machine. Mixed into this aerosol are high-dose nicotine salts and chemical flavorings that were approved for eating, but never for being heated to 400 degrees and pulled into human lung tissue. When you vape every day, you are bypassing the body's primary filters and delivering these chemicals directly to the most delicate surface in your body, the alveoli. The moment the aerosol hits your airway, the chemistry begins. Propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin are hygroscopic. This means they are water magnets. As they travel down your throat, they begin to strip moisture from the mucosal lining of your mouth and windpipe. This is why the first thing a daily vapor feels is a dry mouth and a scratchy throat. But deeper down, your cilia, the microscopic hair-like cleaners of your lungs, are taking a hit. The sticky nature of the aerosol begins to slow their movement. Usually, these cilia wave back and forth to sweep out dust and mucus. Under the daily influence of Pg/Vg, they become sluggish. Your lungs' self-cleaning mode is being throttled. By day 3, your body is already struggling to clear the normal debris of the outside world. By the end of the first week, your immune system realizes something is wrong. Your lungs have a specialized defense force called alveolar macrophages. These are the garbage collectors of the lung. When they detect the ultrafine particles of the vape aerosol, they move in to engulf them. In some cases, especially with high viscosity liquids, these immune cells can become bloated with lipids, fats from the glycerin. They become foamy macrophages. This is the body's way of trying to wall off the foreign substances. While a full-blown lipoid pneumonia is rare in standard nicotine vaping, the inflammatory signal is constant. Your lungs are now in a state of low-grade, persistent irritation. You might notice a mild, dry cough. The vapor's cough. It's not an infection, it's your immune system asking for a break. As the habit hits the 1-month mark, the chemical flavorings take center stage. Chemicals like cinnamaldehyde, cinnamon, or O-vanillin, vanilla, have been shown in lab studies to be toxic to lung cells. They trigger the release of inflammatory cytokines. This causes the bronchioles, the tiny branches of your lungs, to swell. In some rare but serious cases, specific flavorings like diacetyl have been linked to popcorn lung, a permanent scarring of the smallest airways. While many reputable brands have removed diacetyl, the unregulated market is still a Wild West. The inflammation also affects your blood vessels. The nicotine in your system is causing a vasoconstriction effect. Your heart rate is higher, and your blood pressure is creeping up. The daily hit is no longer just a buzz, it's a cardiovascular stress test. Quick pause, because your health is more than just one habit. If you're starting to see that less harmful doesn't mean safe, hit the like button. It helps this science reach more people. Comment below. Are you trying to quit vaping, or did it help you quit smoking? And subscribe, because every week we break down the invisible chemistry inside your body without the hype. If you want to see how removing other toxins can accelerate your healing, watch our previous video. What happens to your body if you stop drinking alcohol for 30 days? The faster you clear the burden, the faster your cells can rebuild. Now, let's look at the long-term structural changes. After 90 days of daily vaping, the changes move from temporary to structural. The chronic inflammation in your airways begins to lead to remodeling. Your lung tissue becomes less elastic. Think of it like a rubber band that is starting to lose its stretch. This is the early stage of obstructive lung disease. You might feel it when you try to run or climb stairs. The air just doesn't seem to get deep enough. But the damage is also vascular. The chemicals you inhale pass through the lung-blood barrier in seconds. Studies from 2024 and 2025 show that daily vaping damages the endothelium, the inner lining of your blood vessels. This increases the risk of blood clots and long-term arterial stiffness. Your lungs are the gateway, but your entire circulatory system is paying the price for the aerosol. There is an invisible danger that most vapors ignore: the device itself. Inside every vape is a metal heating coil, usually made of nickel, chromium, or lead. Every time you press the button, that metal is heated to extreme temperatures. Over months of daily use, microscopic particles of these heavy metals leach into the liquid and are inhaled deep into your lungs. Unlike the organic solvents, your body has almost no way to clear heavy metals. They accumulate in your tissue. Research from institutions like Johns Hopkins has found levels of toxic metals in vapors' urine that are significantly higher than in non-users. This isn't just about lung irritation, it's about systemic toxicity. We have to be honest with the science. Is vaping safer than smoking a traditional cigarette? The current consensus from the CDC and the American Lung Association says yes. Cigarettes contain 7,000 chemicals in tar, the result of actual combustion. Vaping has fewer chemicals, but safer does not mean healthy. It's like comparing falling from a 10-story building to a 5-story building. The damage is different, but the impact is real. The biggest risk is dual use, people who vape and smoke. This creates a biological double hit of tar and aerosol that can accelerate lung damage faster than either habit alone. If you are using vaping as a bridge to quit smoking, the science says, don't stay on the bridge. Here is the good news. Your lungs are one of the most regenerative organs in the body. If you stop today, the recovery is almost immediate. Within 24 hours, your carbon monoxide levels in the blood return to normal. Within 1 week, your cilia, those cleaning hairs, begin to wake up. They will start the massive job of clearing the accumulated mucus and debris. This is why many people who quit vaping actually cough more at first. It's the sound of the lungs cleaning themselves out. Within 3 to 6 months, much of the inflammation in your bronchioles can subside. While some scarring, like popcorn lung, is permanent, your overall lung capacity and oxygen efficiency can significantly improve. Your biological age begins to move backward. Quitting a daily vaping habit is a metabolic and psychological challenge. Nicotine salts used in modern vapes are designed to reach the brain in 7 seconds. They are more addictive than the nicotine in traditional cigarettes. Because of this, the cold turkey approach has a high failure rate. The most reliable path to recovery involves progressive tapering, gradually reducing the nicotine concentration, and, most importantly, medical consultation. A doctor can provide tools to manage the neurochemical withdrawal while your lungs handle the physical repair. Don't just try to quit. Create a clinical plan to reclaim your breath. If your lungs could speak to you after a year of vaping, they wouldn't ask you for a better flavor. They would ask for the one thing they were evolved to process: clean, unadulterated air. Vaping is a 21st century experiment, and you are the subject. We know the short-term inflammation is real. We know the heavy metal accumulation is real. And we know that the breath you save today is the mobility and freedom you get to keep tomorrow. The neon clouds are temporary. Your lungs are for a lifetime. Are you ready to stop being part of the experiment? If you're committing to a cleared lung challenge starting today, type Day 1 in the comments. Let's support each other in getting back to the basics. Stay scientific, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next breakdown.